All right, so little trick here. We got us, oh God, I almost freaking died. We got us a 2-inch conduit here, and Kirk's way over there with the vacuum cleaner. And we are gonna stick this bag right into this conduit, right? Suck on, baby. Flying, dude. Flying. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, cool. He's got the thing tied onto the end. So you can see that coming across the parking lot. You should have it now. Pretty much this whole day, this whole video is just working with Kirk, pulling cable. Kind of just give you a quick rundown while I'm waiting. He is a good hike past that dumpster. I don't know the distance, but these are all day today. We're doing end of the line customers that are pretty far away. Like I think the last one we did was like 1,500 feet or 1,000, something like that. They're chunks coming off these reels. So we got our mule tape set up in case we ever want to pull through the conduit again. We use the mule tape to pull through. Right there, yep. And then we always pull in mule tape, and that way we don't have to work so hard next time. And what we do here, I'm gonna show you my knot. It's a sheep. I think it's a sheep shank, and this is absolute the best knot you can put for pulling cable. And what I'll show you how I do it. This particular one's only 2 knots, but I usually will do. Hold on, there's a truck coming. Let me just make sure I ain't got no shit out here. Oh, he turned. So let's just assume you got your fiber coming. I mean your mule tape coming out of your conduit. So if you watch this, just like that, okay. Oop, one more. Hang on, I'm doing it one-handed, so it takes me a second to think about it. So let's just look at one for a second here. Bam. So it's literally nothing. I'm taking my finger and going like that, okay? The harder you pull, the tighter that knot gets. So you can see, let's see if we can, oh, yep, now, okay. my fingers changing colors, you know? So this knot is gonna basically pull the fiber so damn tight, and if you put 3 of them on a cable, it's just impossible. I mean, it is not gonna break. It's pretty crazy. So what I'll do is I'll take my finger, I'll wrap 2 of those. You see there's one right here that's bare. There's one right here that's taped up. And then back here, I leave the slack, and then that way all you gotta do is tie on your mule tape. Quick little knot, and bam bam. Let's see if my rig works. So I'm gonna walk. Alright, so I'm gonna set the, make sure this is all good. Rubbing. Alright, so I'm gonna walk about 1,000 feet and then we'll start pulling. Well, I'll tell you exactly what we're doing. Kirk requested some assistance, and he's also said that it's going to be easy. So there's about a 102% chance it's going to be a long, hard day. So we're hooking up those folks, I think, in that building, or possibly the building next to them. And oh, look right there, you can see our billboard out on the highway. Ha ha ha. Kind of cool. But this is not a pop. I got fiber here. I got DWDM. Which is actually an ODM location. We don't have many ODMs on the network. So I've got an 8-port MUX back at the pop, and 4-port ODM, a 4-port ODM in this place. And then we were going to build out of here. It was part of a plan. That plan changed a few times, and so we ended up leasing a fiber from our pop that's a few miles that direction, but it's across the highway, across railroad tracks. So it's extreme. If it was on this side of the street, we would have probably built it. So I think what our plan is, there's a conduit that already runs from that building over to here somewhere, maybe. It looks like there's been some disturbance right here. So I don't know. I don't really even know where to start yet. So about what's going to happen is Kirk is going to hook up his vacuum into the, he's not sucking, he's blowing on this one. And what hopefully is going to happen is we're going to have a geyser come up right here. We'll clean our conduit out that way. Then we'll bring the vacuum over here. And basically we're taking a piece of trash, like a plastic bag or whatever, and we're going to tie onto the rope, and here, fire in the hole. Whoa, I'm backing up. I don't know what's about to happen. No, he's just water bonging it. Oh, there we go. All right. Yo, Kirk, you could probably keep going, dude. He struck oil. We are out here in lovely Edmonton. I read the sign about it. It's Denton, but originally it was Edmonton, in like the 1800s or something. But right downtown here. This is how we're rolling now. If you got a cone, you can pretty much get away with anything you want. So this is like, the entire town is a 1-lane road. So there's like a 1-lane ring that goes around the entire town. And right here, it's kind of like the only way out of town using one of those 2 paths. So I don't know, just to block the traffic, it just seems fun. But here we got a lateral. This is a little bit of a pain in the butt because it's a lateral off a lateral. So this cable goes that direction. The lateral goes that direction. Then 2 blocks up, I got another lateral on the same cable. And then 3 blocks up is where I'm actually putting a splitter. So because of the amount of laterals and stuff, I got myself all confused. You know, whatever. So I got this thing. It's a little messy right now just because it's like the middle of the day here. Let's get some breeze going. But so far the van is legit. I have filled the trash can. So it took me 4 days to fill the trash can up. So that's just a really interesting statistic of just, that's how many cases have been built. Not even the cardboard, because the cardboard's all over there. Just the cable and trash and blah blah. Kind of goes along with it. But as you can see here, through my frustration, I went and put the VFL on it. And well, there ain't no fucking that up. I definitely know what we're doing, but we're in the green tube and we're going to carry white all the way through the laterals down to where the actual splitter is going to go. So this is an old tray. I did this 3 years ago or something, and in a tent too, you know what I mean? So that's why it doesn't look the greatest. And then I'll show you what I did, because I did have a little bit of a boo-boo incident here. I took out all this slack and I laid it out onto my table just fine. Well, let me see if I can, I don't really have anything easy, but I can just use this here kind of as an example. So just imagine that is my 12 fibers just kind of laying out as I'm trying to get organized. Well, they snuck up in this lip right here, and I broke 2 fibers because of that. So I just, once it got into this lip, I couldn't get it out. And yeah, so I think what I'm going to do is get a tube of, I don't want silicone because that has that weird texture, but I'm thinking I'm just going to take some super glue and just ride right down that seam all the way. And then I'm just going to do these seams too. That way it's a nice, kind of a nice roll to it. Rather unfortunate there. But if that's all I got to bitch about, I broke fibers all the time using a tent because of the wind. So this is great. So basically I'm going to grab that white. Let's get a splice going. So I thought this was going to be neat. I mean, I already knew this, but just to show it, kind of cool. So all I've done is stripped the fiber. I don't ever have a VFL on when I'm doing this. That's why I think it's kind of cool. And you see 2 different things here. One, you see the light at the end of the fiber. Then you also see the light at the jacket where I stripped it right there. Okay, so you would think, I don't know, maybe I squeezed a little too hard, or I nicked the fiber and the light's leaking out there. What we're actually seeing is the reflection off the end. The end is not perfectly flat, so the reflection is bouncing like this direction down the fiber, you know what I mean? So what we're going to do is we're going to throw it here into our cleaver, and I'll show you exactly this in real time. So I don't think I'm going to be able to hold this. You just have to take my word for it. Cleave. It looks a whole lot different now, huh? So basically now you should see, hold on, a damn nice looking circle coming out of the end there. Yeah, like them apples. Oop, I don't want to get too close. Yep. So there you have it. Now you see how you can see some light there? Again, that is not, this is not going to show up really on an OTDR. It's mainly because my VFL is just 600 feet away. It's just got like too much light coming into it. But we'll go ahead and we'll clean this thing up. We'll button it up, and as you can see, if I'm not messing around with it, all you see is just a little bit of reflection there in the middle. Yep, just ever so slight, and that's just reflection on the splice. You're not gonna really that. So if I go from here out to the next splice at about 1,000 feet, you won't see that any longer. Okay, as I was cleaning up, oh boy, those church bells, man. As I was cleaning up, I did think about what I was saying a little bit more, and this is single mode fiber, and that VFL is 650 nanometer. So the VFL is theoretically it's outside the spec of what the fiber is meant to do. You really start single mode at 1310. So that is another valid reason why you see light, but the OTDR, when I shoot the OTDR at 1550, I will not see that. Now if I shoot it from there or from the far end, it won't see that splice, or if it does, it shows up as just the most minor, 0.01 loss or something. Cool. So I'm gonna pack up my I guess I don't call it a campsite anymore. I'm gonna pack up my, well, hell, I don't know, my operation here, and then let's get out of this town.